Read the selection and choose the best answer to each question. Then fill in the answer on your answer document. Number 1. When the author's mother saw the family of monkeys in her dining room, she most likely felt A. Amused, B. Cheated, C. Surprised, D. Sympathetic. Number 2. Read this sentence from paragraph 6. In fact, we fairly fell off the wall trying to get back to the old tree we had used to climb up. The author uses this sentence to show F. That the children were not skilled at walking on the wall. G. How the children's actions resembled those of the monkeys. H. That the climbing skills of the monkeys were better than those of the children. J. How afraid the children were of the grandpa monkey. Number 3. The author includes paragraph 2 most likely to show A. Why his mother decided to fill a bowl with fruits that monkeys like. B. Why he often encountered monkeys when living in India. C. What similarities his family had with the family of monkeys. D. What tempted the monkeys to come into his family's house. Number 4. From the information provided in the selection, the reader can tell that the monkeys typically F. Travel great distances. G. Depend on people for food. H. Live in large family groups. J. Live high in the treetops. 5. Read this dictionary entry. Compound. Compound, noun. 1. A word formed by joining other words. 2. A grouping of buildings contained inside a bordering structure. 3. An object created by combining parts. 4. A substance formed by mixing different chemicals. Which definition of the word compound is used in paragraph 6? A. Definition 1. B. Definition 2. C. Definition 3. D. Definition 4. Number 6. The description of the other monkey and the young monkeys in the dining room helps the reader F. See why monkeys are common in some areas of India. G. Recognize the similarities between adult monkeys and young monkeys. H. Realize how unusual the monkey's behavior was. J. Understand why monkeys like to eat fruit. Number 7. Judy's encounter with the grandpa monkey suggests that she was A. Hoping to get a close look at the monkeys. B. Aware that the monkeys could have been dangerous. C. Concerned about the grandpa monkey's children. D. Entertained by the grandpa monkey's actions. 8. What lesson did the author learn while living in India? F. Monkeys can cause problems that require creative solutions. G. Food can be used to help calm aggressive monkeys. H. It is wise to leave monkeys alone while they are eating. J. It helps to befriend people who are familiar with the behavior of monkeys. Read the next 2 selections, then choose the best answer to each question. Use Prince Patrick, pages 7 and 8, to answer questions 9 through 12. Then fill in the answers on your answer document. 9. Based on paragraphs 7 and 8 of the story, what can the reader infer about Patrick? A. He thinks he can entertain the girls by styling their hair. B. He believes he is a good babysitter. C. He does not get along with his sister and cousin. D. He would prefer to do as little work as possible. 10. Patrick's feelings about babysitting begin to become more positive when he F. Plans to entertain the girls with a movie. G. Sits at a tiny table. H. Braids the girls' hair. J. Hits an imaginary dragon with a spatula. 11. What is the best summary of paragraphs 12 through 16? Patrick chooses to play a game with the girls he is babysitting. He pretends to battle an imaginary dragon while the girls act like princesses. He pretends to open a gate and then tells the imaginary dragon to stay away from the princesses. Patrick's mother watches the children as they play. B. Patrick decides to use his imagination and play with the girls to make them happy. He pretends to fight an imaginary dragon to rescue the girls, who are acting like princesses in trouble. The girls thank him for rescuing them. Patrick's mother watches and thanks him for helping her, too. C. Patrick uses an apron, a broom, and a spatula in order to play a game. He pretends to battle an imaginary dragon while the girls act like princesses. The girls are grateful for Patrick's rescuing them from an imaginary dragon. Patrick's mother hears the girls thank Patrick. D. Patrick imagines he is a prince fighting with the dragon as he gallops across the room. The girls hide behind a chair while he swings at the imaginary dragon with his spatula and pretends to defeat it. The girls, who are pretending to be princesses, thank him. They say he is their hero for rescuing them. Number 12. Read this sentence from paragraph 10. He attempted to work with the girl's locks of hair, but found the hair to be as slippery as a handful of wet noodles. The author uses the simile in this sentence to show that Patrick, F, thinks the girls have gotten food in their hair. G, thinks that the girl's hair is too wet to make proper braids. H, would prefer to be cooking dinner rather than braiding hair. J, finds it very difficult to make braids in the girl's hair. Use a wintry welcome, pages 9 through 10, to answer questions 13 through 16. Then fill in the answers on your answer document. 13. How can the reader tell that Emily enjoyed living in Texas? A. She goes ice skating with 2 of her new neighbors. B. She brought a cactus with her to plant at her new home. C. She learned to roller skate before moving to her new home. D. She notices that the weather is different between the 2 states. 14. The word tentative comes from the Latin word tentare, which means to feel or try. What does tentative mean in paragraph 12? F. Cautious. G. Exciting. H. Multiple. J. Enjoyable. 15. What is hidden from the reader as a result of the story being told from the first-person point of view? Emily's reasons for bringing Charlie with her from Texas. B. The actions of Emily with Kyle and Kristen. C. Kyle and Kristen's thoughts about Emily. D. The dialogue between Kyle and Kristen. 16. Read this sentence from paragraph 8. The untouched snow bordering the pond glittered in the sun as if 1,000,000 diamonds were sprinkled across its surface. What does the author's use of imagery in this sentence emphasize? F. Emily believes that the icy pond will be hard if she falls. G. Emily realizes the value of learning how to skate. H. Emily thinks the snow is beautiful. J. Emily thinks the snow is too bright. Use Prince Patrick and a wintry welcome to answer questions 17 through 20. Then fill in the answers on your answer document. 17. What is one similarity in the way the main characters work through their conflicts? A. Both main characters adopt a new attitude that leads to a resolution. B. Both main characters make a mistake that adds to their problems. C. Both main characters perform a task that leads to recognition from others. D. Both main characters resolve their concerns by focusing on the needs of others. 18. Read these sentences from both stories. Prince Patrick. "What was I thinking?" Patrick muttered as the girls dumped out a bag filled with brushes, barrettes, and ribbons. Paragraph 8. A wintry welcome. Planting Charlie outside clearly wasn't going to happen anytime soon. Paragraph 3. What do these sentences show about the main character of each story? F. They both rely on friends for support. G. They both are used to taking care of others. H. They both have accepted a big responsibility. J. They both realize their situation is not going as planned. 19. In what way do both Patrick from Prince Patrick and Emily from A Wintry Welcome change throughout the stories? A. They both are worried, but then become relieved in the end. B. They both feel doubtful about their abilities, but then become confident. C. They both are unhappy about their circumstances, but then learn to accept them. D. They both feel excited at first, but then are displeased with events that occur. 20. Read this sentence from A Wintry Welcome. I almost forgot about Texas as I concentrated on my new friends instead. Which sentence from Prince Patrick shows that Patrick begins to feel the same way? F. This is not how I imagined I would be spending Saturday afternoon, he thought. G. Patrick didn't even know how to braid hair. H. The girls chatted about Patrick's work as they positioned shimmering crowns on their heads. J. Might as well make this fun, he thought.